Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Hope you guys had a great week. So the week is finally done for us. We're going to take a look at obviously what's happening with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of directionless right now. There's really no clear path of as far as which way it wants to go, either up or down. We'll take a look at it. The markets were up today. Miners were mixed today. We'll take a look at also Hut 8 and Hive. They provided their production updates for May. One's doing better than the other one. So we'll take a look at all that and we'll call it a day. Okay. But as always, you guys know the drill here. This is not financial advice for entertainment only. Do your own research. And I'm invested in following coins and companies for full disclosure. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. All right, so let's get into the markets here, see what's going on there. S&P was up today 1.2%, 0.12%, sorry. Dow Jones was up 0.13%, NASDAQ was up 0.28%. Bitcoin was actually down today a little bit, it was down 0.10%. So it closed at 26,482. We're down right now a little bit in the new trading day, we're down 0.03%. We are at 26,473. As you can see here on the RSI is flat. Price has been kind of flat. We're kind of just trading right on this 200 weekly moving average as it is right now. And there's really no direction as far as which way it wants to go. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we can see that the RSI is flat. Price is flat as well at the same spot. I mean, we are having some little spikes here and there, but overall, just really no direction. If we look at the 1-hour chart here, we can see that the RSI is at 46 right now. Last time we were back here on those, it's at the same spots basically where we were as well. So like I said, really no direction as far as which way we want to go right now. We'll see over the weekend what happens. Other than that, like I said, no direction. It's directionless right now. Let's take a look at Ethereum as well really quick, see what's going on in that one. That one is also fighting with the 50-day moving average, which is our teal line here. You can see that. And the RSI is also kind of flat here on the 4 hours. And let's see, the RSI is at 46 right now. Last time it was at 46, was back here. Price was actually a little higher on that one. So it looks like it's going down. 1-hour chart, we can look at it also, 49 here on it. Last time we were back here, and price was actually up a little bit higher on that point as well. So we might be going down a little bit over the weekend. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's it for Bitcoin and Ethereum and the markets as well. Let's take a look at the miners here really quick. Annie was up today 1.53%. Argo was down 4.92. BitDigital was down 3.38. Bitfarms was down 3.54. Cypher was up 0.44%, CleanSpark was down 2.56%, Cores was down 2.97%, DigiHost was up 0.68%, DMG was down 0.69%, Greenidge was down 7.61%, Hive was down 1.96%, Hut 8 was down 2.55%, Iris Energy was up 1.96%, Marathon was down 1.99%, Mawson was down 2.22%, Riot was down 2.09%, Solana was up 4.24%, Stronghold was down 9.13%, and Wolf was down 6.99% on the day. So mixed day in the miners for the most part. It's usual to see this, especially with Bitcoin being kind of in a kind of mood, not knowing which way it wants to go. We'll keep an eye on it, see what happens next week, but that's the markets for us today. Let's take a look at the network hash rate really quick as well, see what's happening there. And on the 7-day average, we're up a little bit here to 371 million. On the one day, we shot back up here to 430 million right now. Terahashes on it. So we are spiking back up a little bit. Okay, let's take a look at the stories that we do have here. Let's go over Hut 8 first, we'll go Hive and then we'll do Hut 8. Okay, so Hive Blockchain provides May 2023 production updates, growth opportunities of ordinals, and unique Satoshis. I don't know if you guys have looked into this unique Satoshis. It's kind of interesting, kind of like, how you have unique coins, quarters, and things like that, collectibles, people that collect coins, one little thing that's off on, something like that is going to make it more valuable than the regular ones. So this is kind of the same thing here. We'll take a look at it, what it actually means. But here's the update that we do have for them. Summary overview, Hive produced 304.6 Bitcoin in the month of May from ASICs and GPU mining operations, representing an average of 92.4 Bitcoin per exahash, with an average hash rate of 3.3 exahash for the month of May 23. Hive produced an average 9.8 BTC per day in May of 2023. Hive ended the month with 3.32 exahash of mining capacity, including ASIC and GPU. And then here's a quote from Aiden. We are starting to receive shipments of our 1.26 exahash of ASICs, which was previously announced, and are installing them in our data centers upon delivery. So that's good there. It's nice to see them growing. We expect to provide updates on our growing hash rate capacity as we work towards our interim goal of 4 exahash. And moreover, we are actively evaluating opportunities in the market for our year-end goal of 6 exahash. So that was actually pretty good. That would be basically a double for them. They're at 3 exahash right now. Getting to 6 exahash would be fantastic. The company's total Bitcoin production in May was 291.4 BTC produced from ASICs, and the rest was produced from GPUs. Let's see, the other stuff is just a rehash of it all. Monthly average, they already talked about that. Bitcoin Global Network mining difficulty, and then the important part here is the Satoshis and ordinal technologies. I'm sure you guys are aware of ordinals. They've created a lot of transaction fees for the miners in the last month. We had about 5-7 days where it was really, really good for the miners, and they're talking about that, and they're also talking about how every Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis, which now means many new potential opportunities. Well, many new potential opportunities that were kind of being exploited here, I think. So Luxor Technology Corporation has been a great contributor to the Bitcoin ecosystem through software and firmware developments and leading research insights. To name a few things, we were therefore extremely pleased to learn in collaboration with Luxor that Hive possesses 250 uncommon Satoshis in our wallets. There will only ever be approximately 6.93 million uncommon Satoshis in existence out of the 2.1 quadrillion total possible Satoshis that will ever exist. So basically, you have to take 100 million times the 21 million, and that's how you get the 2.1 quadrillion Satoshis that are going to be available. Okay. Nick Hansen, CEO and founder of Luxor, stated, at Luxor, we're excited about the proliferation of ordinal theory on Bitcoin. Ordinals are the ones where you can inscribe things into Bitcoin chain itself, which allows information to be inscribed and preserved forever in the Bitcoin blockchain. Working with a technology leader like Hive to extract and sell their unique Satoshis for a substantial premium has been a pleasure. So how much of a premium are they getting? We don't know. Hive has not specified the price which it will be selling its Satoshis. However, it will be a premium. Well, what is a premium? So if a Satoshi is going for, let's just say, $1, would they be getting $1.20? Are they going to be getting $100 for that? It's a big difference there. But Satoshis are also, if they got 250 of those, let's say that they do catch, I don't know what the going rate is going to be for these, but $100 premium on it. So you're only getting a little bit extra on it. 100 times 2,500. So what is that? 250,000 extra. Still a premium, still be good, but it's not it's not going to make them rich overnight. But here's the way the things are being broken down to. So you got rarity tier, description, and total supply. So common, obviously we know Bitcoin only has 21 million Bitcoins. Out of those, we're going to have 2.1 quadrillion Satoshis. Uncommon. So uncommon is the first set of a block. So we get a block every 10 minutes, roughly. You're going to have sets that are in there as well. And I guess the first set of that is, there's going to be about 6.9 million of those. So not very rare. The rare is the first set of the first block in a new difficulty epoch. And those you're going to have about 3,437. So those should catch a little bit more, I would imagine, for collectors. Epic, the first set in the first block after a halving event. So, right, you have a halving event, then you have the first block after the halving event. So you got 32 of those. So those are going to be definitely epic, really rare. Then legendary is the first set in the first block after a coinciding halving event and difficulty adjustment. So you're going to have only 5 of those. So those might catch something for it. And then mythic, obviously, is the first set in the Genesis block, which was done by Satoshi Nakamoto. And don't know if anybody's ever going to get that one. That one is Satoshi's forever, I think, because that wallet has not been touched in, 12, 13 years, ever since it was created. So out of this, how much hoopla is there and hype on this? I don't know. I mean, people that like to collect things, yeah, they might pay premium for it. I wouldn't pay premium for any Satoshis or Bitcoins. It's Satoshis, just like I wouldn't pay any premium for $1 or, just a regular dollar bill. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think of this. If you guys think this is great or not. If you think this is just being overblown or another way to scam people. Well, no, I wouldn't say scam people, but take advantage of collectors and things like that. That's just kind of my thinking on it. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so let's take a look at the numbers that we do have for Hive here for the month of May. And Hive is around, has about 83 million shares right now. Stock price is $3.06 roughly. I think it's down a little bit today. This is from yesterday, so we're close. Market cap is 256 million right now. You can see here that they've had okay performance the last 12 weeks. 12 weeks ago, they're up 6.6. From 8 weeks ago, they're down 19.8. From 4 weeks, they're up 13.2. And then 1 week, last week, they're up 8.7 from that one. As far as their HODL position, their HODL has decreased here to 1,950. That's valued about 53 million right now. And their BTC production has been kind of up and down here. It bottomed out in December at 213 Bitcoin, and then it has slowly been going up, which is good to see at least. They are increasing their hash rate, which is good, which is helping them generate more Bitcoins, which is always good to see. Down here, month over month difference in BTC mined. Had an increase of 31.6 for the month of May, so that's good. And BTC per exahash efficiency, I actually have them for, and I'm missing April here. Why am I missing April here? It should be in here. Well, we'll do a quick update here really quick. Come down here. Yeah, I have them at 96 right now. They said, I think 94 or something like that. So I'm actually a little bit higher than that. Okay, so now we got that. 96.69, that's kind of where I have them right now. They're one of the top ones here, I believe, along with the other ones, Bit Digital, and somebody else is pretty good up there. Bitfarms, I think, is pretty good, pretty high up there as well. BTC sold, or BTC HODL, actually, you can see they peaked at 3,311 in November. They sold quite a bit here in December and have been kind of going up and down a little bit as far as how much they're selling. They sold quite a bit here in May, 639 it looks like. And then hash rate, you can see that their hash rate has been growing as well ever since December, which is good to see. Because after Ethereum mining stopped, that was a big drop in the hash rate that they had. But they're still not close to where they were before with Ethereum mining, which they were at 3.7 exahash at that point. They're at 3.15 right now. Monthly mining revenue has been increasing as well ever since December, so that's always good to see as well. It's a consistent growth there. Hash rate growth month over month. They went up basically, what is that, 10 petahash, something like that. I think this is 10 petahash in installed hash rate increase. BTC sold value, they sold quite a bit here in May, 17.56 million. And then we've talked about this in the past on the quarterly results. We've gone over that as well, all of that. And then we have actually here institutions. So institutions actually decreased here to 95 from 97. And shares also went down a little bit here to 13.5 million from 13.58. Percentage went down to 16.03 from 16.13. We still have one strong buy rating, two buy ratings, 0 holds, 0 underperforms, 0 sells. Price target is still $7. The average actually went up to 5.25, which is good. And the low went up to $3.74. And here is what we got for them in May for production. The miners that I installed here in May were these 90 terahash, 110 of those, getting us an extra 10 petahash added to it. So that's what we added in here. Those contributed to their, obviously, overall Bitcoin production. Ethereum mining, calculated by what they actually mined in ASICs minus what they provided for total Bitcoin being mined, and then multiply that by the average price of Bitcoin. So that gave them about 363,000 for the month of May. And then from their revenue, from the transaction fees from Bitcoin, they got about 1.135 million extra for the month of May in that, which is pretty good, which is pretty high, pretty good on that. So that's actually pretty good. Looks like they were operating pretty much for the full month. Might be off a little bit by that, but looks like they were operating for the full month, which is good. So total for the month was 8.376 million. And based on that information, if we go over here, we can see here that obviously the transaction fees have come down a little bit here. So they're going to be down to about 6.5 million, depending where Bitcoin ends up in June this month. Right now, it's kind of tracking to be about 6.5 as it is. Okay, so we have that information there. And based on the information that we do have here, let me see here. Current quarter is about 22.5 million. Last 3 quarters, we have two actual quarters, one estimated quarter, sorry. Combined total is going to be 84. This is estimated, obviously, 50% net income from gross revenue, 42.2 million. And then PE of 10, we're looking at $5.05 to 75% net income to a PE of 10, also $7.57. So we're kind of right in that range where the analysts have them as well. And I think they're currently at $3 and something right now. They're definitely undervalued, in my opinion. They should be valued a little bit higher, especially if they get growing to 6 exahash by the end of the year. They definitely should be fetching a little bit more the dollar price per share. Okay, so that's it. Let me know what you guys think. It's good to see, like I said, them growing. They got to continue doing that, and then we'll see what they actually report as far as getting for those uncommon satoshis that they have. Okay. Next, let's take a look at Hut 8 here really quick. So we'll go to Hut 8 here, and there we go. Why is that 150? 125. Okay. There we go. So Hut 8. Hut 8 is pretty quick and simple here. Let me see here. Here's what they provided. 147 Bitcoins were generated, resulting in an average production rate of approximately 4.7 Bitcoin per day. 179 Bitcoin were sold, so they actually sold more than they generated, totaling 6.8 million. Total balance of unencumbered Bitcoin held in reserve as of May 31st was 9,233. Installed ASIC hash rate capacity at our Alberta facilities was 2.6 exahash end of month. Hut 8 produced 56.54 BTC per exahash efficiency in May. Operational highlights. Remediation at our Drumheller, Alberta site continued through the month, so that's still an issue there. Our team is finalizing options to operationalize the bulk of the approximately 7,000 miners that were previously running in North Bay, Ontario. That's the one that they're having a legal lawsuit with their electricity provider and vice versa. So we'll see how that one gets played out. And then our HPC team signed a 5-year agreement with a government client, which is great. Didn't provide obviously what they're making for, but nonetheless, it's great that they have 5 years, somebody locked into that part of it at least. That's it. That's all we got for it. Quick and easy on that one. Take a look at the numbers that we do have for them, and we'll talk it over. So Hut 8S has 221 million shares outstanding. Market cap is about 433 million right now. Current hash rate is at 2.5. I think it's actually less than that. Based on the Drumheller information that they're still having issues there, I think they're operating at maybe half of that, and I'll show you why I mean that. They're supposed to get to about 3.2. Obviously, they're going to be possibly merging with USBTC. That might get them to about 7 exahash when they do merge. So they still have some growth there. BTC HODL is valued at about 253 million right now, which is really good. And Bitcoin mined monthly, they kind of peaked here in August of last year, 375, and then September obviously was a lower month for them because Ethereum mining also stopped for them. So it went up a little bit here in October, and then ever since then they've been coming down here. Their worst month was March, 131. April was slightly better, 132, and then May was definitely better because of the transaction fees added to the rewards. So they mined 147 there. And you can see the monthly production here, month over month difference, BTC per exahash efficiency. Their best was in August, and then they've been coming down here ever since then. April was their worst. Actually, March was their worst, 50.48. April was a little bit better. May obviously helped out a little bit as well with the transaction fees. Bitcoin HODL has peaked here at 9,274 in January, and they have been selling since then. In February, they sold 188. March, they sold 240, and now in May, they sold 179. Based on the information that's provided. The hash rate, you can see hash rate has been kind of stagnant here for the last, almost 5 months here. It's been kind of stagnant. They went up a little bit here in March. Not much, but it's been kind of flat overall. And let's see, November, I believe this was when they had the issues with their Medicine Hat? I believe that's the one. With their electricity provider, that's why we had the drop in hash rate. Bitcoin, monthly BTC revenue, you can see that that has bottomed out in December of 2.72 million, went up a little bit in January, well, quite a bit in January, then went down through March, and then we've been coming back up a little bit here ever since then. So at least it is on the upswing. Last year, they were making 9.82 million, sorry. It's been a long week. Okay. Hash rate difference, you can see that from month to month as well. Bitcoin sold, how much they sold each month here. In the last 4 quarters, we've talked about that already for revenue and operating costs, cost of mining Bitcoin and everything else, how that has been shaping up for them. And analysts, as far as analysts, I forgot to put in analyst, didn't I? Oh no, this should be 6/9/2023. Okay, so institutions actually went down to 156 from 163, but shares did increase to 22.69 million from 21.09 million. So that's good. Percentage is now at 10.26 compared to 9.53. So that's good. We still have 1 strong buy rating, 1 buy rating, 2 hold ratings, 0 underperform, 0 sell. Price targets, however, came down. So for the high, it came down to 243 from 374. Average went down to 175 from 212. And the low actually stayed the same here at 112 as it is. So somebody definitely on the higher end dropped their price here quite a bit. Looking at that. And then here's what we have for May as far as production is concerned, what their uptime was specifically. So in May, it looks like, based on the information they provide, how much they actually mined, they were operating for about 22.1 days. So definitely operating at, I would say, like half their fleet possibly, especially since they were actually getting additional transaction fees added into their rewards. That kind of offset that a little bit. Otherwise, they would have been probably at like, 19 days or something like that. So they got nothing added for the transaction rewards here. They obviously were down for quite a bit of the month as it is. Okay, so that has not been good. As you can see here, they were at 18, 19 months in April, 19 months, 18 days. March was only 17 days. February was 20 days roughly, based on the numbers that we have here. It could be that it's just not all the fleet is energized. They're reporting what they have as far as the 2.5, almost 2.6 exahash, but they're not all running right now. Okay, that's kind of the way I can explain it. Okay, and based on that information, we got the current quarter revenue about 10.9 million. Last 3 quarters is 44.2. Combined total 55 million. 50% net income from gross revenues are going to be about 27 million. PE of 10. We're looking at $1.25. At least that's where I have them right now. And then 75% income from gross revenue. We're looking at PE of 10 would be $1.87. They're currently at $1.96. I think they're a little bit overvalued based on their performance here the last 6 months, 7 months. But they are getting a little bit of premium because they do have a big hodl. And I think that's what's really helping them out stay above that range. Now, when they do merge with USBTC, we'll see where they actually end up at. Well, you know what kind of the number of shares are going to be, but we'll see how investors react to it all. And then we'll see where that price is going to be at. So we'll definitely have some changes coming up here, depending when that happens. Okay? So let me know what you guys think of this. This is obviously not good for Hut. It's been going on for at least 6-7 months now. So they've been in just a bad place for the last several months, and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. At least we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed that things do get better for them, especially when they do merge with USBTC, which looks like it's going to be happening. Okay, so as always, let me know what you guys think on this. We'll chat down in the comments below, and as always, all of these spreadsheets and everything else are available to my Patreon members there. Thank you for everyone's continued support there, and I've been saying that I'm going to provide you guys with the screenshots for the YouTube members. I'm going to do that over the weekend. I've been just falling behind on things. Been extremely busy, so there's going to be a bunch of community posts happening over the weekend for you guys, okay? That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're probably going to do, either tomorrow or Sunday, we'll do the comparison on the miners, how they did in May. Which are the top 5 miners for May as far as production, things like that, all the metrics that we covered. Okay, so that might be coming out one of those 2 days. Okay, that's it. I'm rambling on here. See you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.